Okay, so let's dive into album number 2. This one starts off in Florence, Italy, and we were there on April 25th, 2017. Here's the map of Florence and the different places that we went to around Florence. Travelogue and our cruise compass, postcard, and then here is us on our tour. We took a tour of this church, the Florence Duomo, and what is it called? The Cathedral of Santa Maria del Fiore. Okay, so we were on a tour of this for hours and hours, and we were just like, we don't need to know every single detail about everything with this church. So we were kind of done with tours by this point, and I just wanted to go walk around. So we were kind of goofing off when the tour guide was talking. And then we finally did walk around on our own. So we saw the statue of David, Michelangelo's statue of David. We were at the Plaza della Signora, and it was actually their Liberation Day when we were there, so they were all celebrating. And Kevin talked about that in his post on Facebook, so you can pause and read more about that if you're interested. I got this bag somewhere. I don't know if it was from Florence, but I think it was, so I included it in the section. And I just like the texture that it adds into the album. I did go to Moleskine when I was there, and I purchased a notebook, and I had them custom engrave on there La Dolce Vita, which means the sweet life. So that was cool. Another picture of the statue of David. There's Kevin posing. For this one, I just found a quote that I liked about Florence and included that here because it was about walking the streets of Florence, and that's what we were doing. There's me. This is Amerigo Vespucci, and he's the one that actually America is named after. So I thought that was cool. An artist in Florence. This is the Ponte Vecchio Bridge. And then they had these, this is a drinking fountain actually. They had these cool old medieval fountains, and there were drinking fountains. Another postcard of the Ponte Vecchio. And then we get to Pisa. We went to both places on the same day. So after we left Florence, we went to Pisa. The Leaning Tower of Pisa. And it really is leaning that far. So I just did a stamp, the iconic landmark. So you'll see lots and lots of pictures of the Leaning Tower of Pisa because that's pretty much all there is to do there. So we went and looked at that. There's also a church there. So I did a map of the things that are there. There's a church, there's a baptistry, and then there's the tower. This is a close-up picture of the top of the tower, so you can actually buy tickets and climb up to the top, which I wish we would have done, but I was worried again about time. We just only had a certain amount of time everywhere we were, so I was afraid we wouldn't be able to get up there and back in time. But it's really pretty. I like the striped brick. So you can see all the people there. This is from the other side, so there's the ticket booth to get tickets to climb up. Included from our guidebook, information about the tower and why it's leaning, our tickets. And then I had to do the, the touristy thing to take a funny picture with the tower in the background. And just more pictures of the tower. And then we went to the French Riviera, which was my favorite place there for sure. And this is where I want to go back to if I go back that way. It was just so pretty. Travelogue. There's me just walking. It was raining that day that we were there, just slightly, so it wasn't too bad, but I did have my umbrella. Just walking around one of the streets with all the colorful buildings. Another postcard from that artist. I thought this was so cute. I loved this postcard. And just the coastline. This is in Villa, okay, I'm gonna say this wrong. Villa France sur Mer. If I'm saying that wrong, please let me know. I just love all the colors. It's just so pretty there. There's me again, walking like on through that archway. I like all the colors, the shutters, motorcycles. Just very cool. There's a postcard. And I had to get a crepe. I love crepes, and you have to get a crepe when you're in France. So I got a crepe, and it was the best crepe I've ever eaten to this day. It was so good. These are the little boats that took us from our ship over into the city. Just more pictures from around there. There was this little dog. You can barely see him in that photo, but he's a little bigger here. And he was just watching everyone. And I had just lost my dog a couple months before we went on this trip. So I just loved that little dog. Another fountain, just a pretty courtyard there with, you know, the laundry hanging out to dry, the different shutters on the buildings. I thought it was so pretty. Here's a picture, one of my favorite pictures ever of Kevin. This is him at the train station. So we took the train into Monaco. There's walking down to the train station, waiting for the train. There's us in the train at the Monaco Monte Carlo stop. I just thought it was interesting. There's our train ticket. Another picture inside train station. This was at the train station. There was lots of graffiti again, but I thought it was cool. I love pictures of graffiti. I think it's just graphic and really interesting. And we did go to the casino, Le Casino Monte Carlo, which was fabulous and fancy. So we went to, here's a picture outside, us outside, just a farther away one. Beautiful grounds all around, just really pretty and green and lush. And then it's absolutely beautiful inside. This is the lobby, and they have a red carpet, so you can go stand on the red carpet in front of there and get your picture taken. And this is where we actually sat and gambled for a little while. So you have to pay to get into the casino, and then you can gamble. And we sat right here and did some video poker for a while. We have Cartier building, our store right there. And they have this mall that's attached, or not attached, but it's right near the casino. Very high-end shopping, so I thought it was really interesting architecture. So I added a blueprint in here. And we had a delicious meal at the Café de Paris in Monte Carlo. I think I have video of us here, so I'll try to include that at the end as well. Just more pictures of the restaurant. And then Kevin liked looking at all the different cars and motorcycles, so he was taking pictures of those all day, so I had to include them in here as well. So there's a Ferrari, like just how crazy they're all parked and how small they are. I think that's a Harley that he saw. So he did a little Facebook post about what he saw there. And that's where they have the Grand Prix. So this, I think, is where they have the Grand Prix. This is the harbor there. Just look at the yachts. I mean, there's some really crazy yachts. We had one that was when we pulled up here, when the ship pulled into port, there was a huge, huge yacht by our ship. I think I have a picture of it somewhere. Maybe not. Let me see. Anyway, we said it was everyone on the ship was just in awe of this yacht. It was so huge, and it was black. It was like all black. I can't find the photo, but so yeah, lots of money around there. This is just a picture of our cruise ship, just looking out onto the pool. Then there was a lot of turbulence. Is that what you call it? I don't know. Rough water. So lots of people were getting sick. They had like barf bags all over the ship. I didn't get sick, thank goodness. So then here we were going from Nice to Palma de Mallorca in Spain. This was another day at sea. And that day I went through and filmed all the different parts of the ship. And then I posted those on Facebook so everyone could see the different decks and what was included in the ship. And I also went to the spa and got a massage that day. And then we made it to Palma de Mallorca in Spain, and we were there on 4/28. It was very pretty. Just more. This is our waitress that we had every night at dinner. She was really cool. Kevin said she reminds me of the comedian Kate McKinnon from Saturday Night Live. She's very funny. We liked her a lot. She's very blue and pretty. Lots of yachts again that you can see. Like here's our cruise ship, and then there's that yacht. So you can get kind of the scale. Another one. And this one, we did another hop on, hop off bus tour. This one was the Belver Castle that we went to. And you can oversee the harbor. It has a round castle on the top. I just thought this picture was beautiful. Lots of palm trees, a bird flying through. And I liked how this turned out too, all of my embellishments. I like this page. And then here's our map of Palma, so just a few places that we went on, and the map of the hop on, hop off bus that we were on. Postcard. Just some more things that we saw. We did go and eat at McDonald's there. Beautiful tree-lined street. Gorgeous. I liked the buildings and the architecture there as well. This was us having a snack. This is back, I think this is back at Belver Castle. So you could eat lunch there and then kind of go look at the view. This is a 600-year-old olive tree that's in Palma, and they planted it as a symbol of peace and unmovable roots in the land. So very famous tree there. More pictures of the harbor. And then we went from Palma to Ibiza in Spain. We were there on 4/29. They have, I think, 10 different lighthouses there. So I think we saw 2 or 3 of them. Travelogue. This was cool. All these birds. There was this boat and all these birds were just following it. So it must have had fish or something on there. And by this point in the trip, we were exhausted. So, and Ibiza was really closed down pretty much at this time of the year. You could tell, like, in the summer it's a happening place, but it was like all the shops were closed. Not all of them, but a majority of them were closed, or they were painting or doing repairs and things like that. So there wasn't a lot to do there. And so we ended up sitting at this cafe for a long time, just having some drinks and dessert and watching this dog. So he would just, it was like on a corner, so he had a balcony here, and then there was a balcony here. Oh, you can see it here. There's 2 balconies. So he would just like go back and forth between the different balconies and watch all the people. And like I said, we had just lost our dog a couple months before, so we were like really missing her. So I liked watching the dog. This is another one of the lighthouses that we saw. So you can see like all the chairs are stacked up. There's just not many people there. It was kind of empty. I like this tree. I thought it was really cool. I couldn't figure out what kind of tree that was. Wasn't sure. Postcard. There's a picture of Kevin in front of the lighthouse, which actually I think it's a beacon now. It used to be a lighthouse and now it's a beacon. And then we hiked up to this lighthouse. And then we were in Spain. So after we got off the ship, we got off in Spain, and we stayed in Spain overnight and then flew home the next day. So I wish we would have stayed in Spain another day or two, because we didn't really have time to go and look at everything there. That's the theme of this trip. I felt very rushed for time the whole trip. So this was just us. I love this picture because we look like so relaxed and happy and calm, you know, just calm and happy and no worries. This is our tags that we had to put on our ship or on our bags as we were deporting the ship. And this is where we had to go. And then this is our hotel in Barcelona, which was amazing. It was such a cool little hotel. We did go, so we stayed in the Gothic Quarter in Barcelona, and so we did walk around trying to find dinner, and we were looking at all the streets and stuff. So I did some panoramic views there, just kept them in here. We didn't even have time to go see the church there, which I'm really bummed we didn't go to that. Just cool architecture again. More graffiti. Like I said, I like including photos of graffiti because I think they're just really graphic and interesting. And then Kevin did a kind of a vlog, a post about his experience of getting off the ship, because I had planned the whole entire trip out and arranged for everything, and I arranged for this Mercedes to come pick us up off the ship, and the guy was awesome. He took us to our hotel, which was down this alley in the Gothic Quarter, and we couldn't figure out where it was, and he got out, took our luggage, walked us all the way in, found the hotel. So it was really cool, and he was just like, I feel really spoiled. And we were. It was fun. It was fun being spoiled. More pictures of us there in the Gothic Quarter. And then we get to this experience. So, yeah, I think I talked about it here. So we were at this restaurant, and I had to go use the restroom. I was like, I need to go use the restroom. But we were in the middle of like kind of the road. I don't know. There's like an island in the middle of the road that had this restaurant there. And so I had to go across the street into the restaurant, and the bathroom was in the basement. So I went down into the basement, go to the bathroom, and I go to exit the bathroom, and the door won't open. It's like the knob just keeps turning and turning and turning, and so I'm stuck inside the bathroom in this basement in the middle of Spain, and I was freaking out. I just completely like panicked and was freaking out in there. And so I started like pulling on the door and banging and yelling. I think I was stuck in there for probably, well, it seemed like 10 minutes, but it probably wasn't that long. But then finally someone from the kitchen came and opened the door, and I just started like yelling. I was like, I got stuck in your bathroom. So he probably thought I was like this crazy woman, and then I ran out. So yeah, that wasn't fun. Just different places that we went. And then, so the hotel we stayed at was the Whitmore. I would highly recommend this hotel. It was awesome. We had this little room, so everything in it was kind of retro, and it's an adults only hotel. So they have this cool patio, like atrium. So we looked out, our room looked out onto this atrium down below, and then there's a little restaurant down at the bottom of the atrium. And they had this mini bar, lots of, I wish I could fit more pictures in here, because they just had like this cool old radio and old telephone and like all this really interesting products that they had in the mini bar and in the bathroom. So it was fun. I loved that hotel. Would definitely stay there again. And then it was time to travel home. So again, with the time difference, it took us a bit of time to get home. I think it was like 28 hours or something like that of travel. This picture is hilarious. So I didn't realize when I did this in a 12 by 12 that I had 2 people that were photobombing us. But I love it. I think it's funny. Barcelona postcard. Travelogue. So here you can see when we got home, my feet were completely swollen for a couple days, 26 plus hours. Swollen kinkle feet. There's our plane taking off. More stuff from our travel day. I did keep our, I think we got 2 of these for some reason, and so I kept one of them. Or maybe you can keep them. I don't remember. But I have this. I had to cover it up because it has like what we bought and stuff there. But I wanted to keep it because it shows that what we bought and where we went and all that. And then here's just pictures. This is me getting on the plane. And then this is us on the plane. And we were so happy because we were in economy premium. And on the way out, we were just in economy. And it made a big difference. We had a lot more room. It just was a lot nicer. We got a meal, although it wasn't a very good meal, but we did get one. And then I was really happy because I got me a giant soda, which I hadn't had for 18 days. So I was very excited. And I am no longer addicted to diet soda, actually. I got off of that this year, so I'm really happy about that. So I will include some footage from our trip and let me know if you guys have any questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
So Florence looks pretty much the same as all the other places. It's really crowded. What?
We moved like 1 inch.
We found Clint's tour. It's the running tour. Show some amazing footage of that, and now we're in town. How do you feel about that?
I'm not thinking about it. Bonjour. We are in Monte Carlo at the Cafe de Paris, and we are eating good food. We haven't had good food for a really long time, so very delicious. Kevin is having steak, and I'm having French fries, which they're not called French fries here, and some soup.
The waiter let us know.
The waiter made fun of me for ordering French fries. He's like, oh, Americans.
Found creperie, so obviously we had to stop for Tonya.